I am super excited for today's video. You guys have no idea. Today, we are going to be showcasing the brand new Warden Helmet. This thing is beyond overpowered. I can't wait to show you guys the difference in damage that it can add, as well as we're going to talk about how expensive it is, if it's worth investing in, if you have the coins for it, and a bunch of other things regarding this brand new overpowered helmet. But before we jump straight into today's video, if you are new to the channel and are not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a single thing, and you can always change your mind at absolutely any time. Massive shout out to 15H for letting me borrow his Warden helmet for today's video. I'm going to go ahead and link his channel down below. Make sure you guys go ahead and show him some love because I really appreciate him basically allowing to make some of these showcases with these items that honestly I just can't afford right now. So I really appreciate you, 15H. So some of you may have not even heard about the Warden helmet yet. So very quickly, let's just go over the crafting recipe and some of the things that you actually need to craft this thing. So if we go into our recipe book here, if we click on the Warden helmet, as you can see here it is, its base stats are plus 300 HP, plus 100 defense, and it has an item ability called Brute Force, which halves your speed, but grants plus 10% base weapon damage for every 25 speed, which is quite insane. So in terms of the recipe, this is where it gets kind of expensive. You need 2 revived hearts. We'll talk about the price of those in a second. You also need 2 stacks of enchanted iron blocks, which is not cheap by any means. And you need one of the brand new RNG drops, the Warden Heart. So it is very expensive, and that's why I'm very happy that 15H allowed me to borrow his. I really appreciate that. In terms of some of the items that you need though, let's go ahead and take a look at the revived hearts. Lowest price, you need 2 of these. They're about 2.2 mil right now. This is not the end of the world. This is one of the cheaper items that you're actually going to need. In terms of the brand new RNG drop, the Warden Heart, if we go here, look at lowest price, it's going to cost you about 66 million coins at the time I'm recording this. Obviously, if you're watching this way in the future, the price has probably dropped. But 66 mil at the time I'm recording this, which is by no means cheap as well. And then the next thing is you need 128 enchanted iron blocks. And this is where the real money comes into play. Or at least it was for me yesterday. So if we do buy instantly, we're going to set up buy instantly for 128. That's going to cost us about 100 million coins worth of iron. 100 mil in iron, which is insane. It's about 170 million coins in materials. You heard that right. It's kind of insane. It's a little ridiculous if I'm being completely honest. I'm not really sure what else to say rather than that. Let me see if I can... It won't let me cancel my quest here. Let me get this quest out of the way, and then we can also look at what level you need to be to even craft this thing / use it. In terms of when you can actually unlock this thing, we're going to go ahead and hop into Maddox now. A little thing that's a little bit annoying with Auto Slayer is this type of thing. But okay, now we're good. So let's go ahead and take a look. If we go into our boss leveling rewards, at Zombie Slayer level 8, as you can see, you unlock quite a few things. You unlock the Reaper Orb, which is the brand new talisman, which is a chest of scythe blades. You also unlock the Axe of the Shredded, which I actually crafted my own. If you guys weren't there for the stream, you should go follow me on Twitch. It's linked in the description down below. And you also unlock the Warden Helmet recipe, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that all happens at Zombie Slayer level 8. At level 9, you really only get the Reaper gem, which is pretty cool and all. I have mine in my backpack here. And then you also get plus 6 base HP, and then you also get the access to the Revenant minion tier 12 in the Bartender. So that's pretty cool as well, but hopefully they add more stuff to level 9 and add level 10 in the future, because right now I'm sitting at 1.7 million Revenant XP. I was at about 1.1 million when the update came out, so I would be very happy if they added level 10. It would actually give me something to work towards right now, because right now I feel like I'm just doing this for the drops, which is fun, and I am enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm ready for an upgrade to that. But as you can see, you also unlock access to dropping these 2 items at level 7, and that's the same as the Scythe Blade. So just keep that in mind while you're going. If you aren't Zombie Slayer level 7, you can't even get these drops. Now that we've got the price as well as how to craft and when you unlock it out of the way, I say we talk about how much damage it actually adds. For those of you who don't know, in my last few videos here on the brand new update, I've been using my Tarantula helmet as well as 3/4 Reaper. This is one of the brand new armor sets. I made a video about it yesterday. Also how you can enrage. It is a really cool armor set. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I also already made a video about the Axe of the Shredded. Go check that out as well. But now we're going to talk about the helmet. So right now with no pet out, and I'm just going to use my Axe of the Shredded, 3/4 Reaper, and my Tarantula helmet. If I hit a zombie, I'm doing 700 to 800k damage. As you can see, I do a Fabled, so it's kind of all over the place. 882, 793, 831, 873, which is quite insane. Let's go ahead and quickly throw on the Ancient Warden Helmet, just like so. The only thing that's changing, once again, still no pet out, as you can see. no pet. If I hover over this, I have none selected. The Warden Helmet and 3/4 Reaper with my Axe of the Shredded. The only thing that changed was the helmet. We're going to go ahead and hit a zombie. 1.25 million damage. Nearly 1.44 million damage. 1.2, 1.4. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It's actually insane how much damage you do. Not to mention, there is also an ability with the Reaper set that I'm using. So if I hold shift, I enrage, which basically gives me enrage for 6 seconds, gaining 100 speed, 100 damage, and 100 strength. The reason why the speed is important is, as I said earlier, halves your speed, but grants plus 10% base weapon damage for every 25 speed. So I'm actually increasing my damage when I enrage even more than the 100 strength and the 100 damage. So let's go ahead and enrage. As you guys saw, between 1.2 to 1.4, enrage 1.98, 1.89. Can we get a 2 mil before then? No, it didn't look like we could. But I have seen one where I got like 2.2 mil when I was enraged. That might have been with a pet. But either way, without the pet, we're doing nearly 2 million damage when we shift in this armor set, which is kind of insane. Now let's go ahead and test this out with a dragon pet. Just going to add on to it even more. So without enraging, 1.5, 1.8, 1.8, 1.6, 1.6, 1.6, 1.7. Actually insane. We're going to go ahead and shift in an area with a few more mobs here. Okay, there we go. So let me go ahead and shift and enrage. Boom. 2.5 mil, 2.4 mil, 2.2, 2.4, and back down to 1.5. Actually insane. This is a level 65 Ender Dragon. I still need to level this thing up more, but I actually can't believe the difference in damage that this thing adds, and it honestly, it just shreds through tier 5 bosses. So I'm going to go ahead and start a Revenant Horror tier 5. For those who haven't seen the stats, 10 million HP, 6,000 damage, heals rapidly, throws explosive TNT, and there's also a point where it basically charges up and annihilates everything in the path. So I'm going to go ahead and start a tier 5 quest, and I'm going to go ahead and get this thing spawned and basically show you some of the regular melee damage as well as just some of the axe damage that we're going to be doing with this armor set. Really quickly, the axe, though, if we build it up, every time we throw it, it actually does ×2 damage. So that was just 1 million damage. There is, okay, reset again. So let's get back up. 257, 510, 1.1 mil, 2.2 mil. It keeps on resetting before I can actually test this thing properly. 4.5. Okay, yeah, 4.5, and I ran out the proper amount of mana. But still, you can basically one-shot the boss with the axe ability, which is quite insane. Let me go spawn this thing, and let's actually see how well we can actually manage against it. The one downside of the armor set is I'm moving a lot slower than I was with my Tarantula helmet on. Honestly, I'll get over it. I'm doing so much more damage, it's not even funny. But yeah, so let's go ahead and spawn this thing. It should be spawning now. There we go. So let's see how we do. So let me enrage really quickly. As you can see, we just, yeah, I think that says enough. We just like 4-tapped it with regular melee, no sword swaps, nothing fancy, just straight up Axe of the Shredded, Warden Helmet, 3/4 Reaper. And I was using a black cat pet, by the way, because I have an auto pet feature that basically pulls out my black cat pet when the boss is spawned. So I can go ahead and actually get more magic find and hopefully get some more RNG drops. But yeah, we just shredded through that. And that was without right-clicking to build up the axe ability. That was just straight up regular melee. And it honestly didn't even stand a chance. So there you have it. The Warden Helmet is absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I'm going to go back to grinding out some tier 5 bosses with my buddies here. And yeah, if you have the money, I recommend getting your hands on the Warden Helmet, as well as the Axe of the Shredded, and the Reaper armor is really insane as well. But either way, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Take care, and peace out.